There's no God like Jehovah. 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 Hey! Riding on the cloud. Here he comes. Shining like the sun. Yeah! At the trumpet call. Oh, so lift your voice. It's the year of Jubilee. And out of Zion's hill, salvation. Here he comes.
Father, I just want to thank you, Lord, for this meal and for this opportunity, Lord, that we can come before you and have this event and to be able to celebrate the work that's done here in the community with the Salvation Army and with all the community that gets involved. Thank you for that. And Lord, I just ask the food be a blessing and that this event can bless some souls and some hearts. And we ask this in the name of Jesus. Amen. All right, go ahead and get some food.
Just in case, I'm going to play. My name is Martin Ross. I'm a captain with my wife, Corey Ross, who at the Salvation Army at the headquarters. They're all visited. So just in case you're wondering what this instrument was or is, it's the steel drum. It's from the island of Trinidad and Tobago. And it started in about 1940s after a victory in Europe, actually around that same time. And it's a live instrument, but you can have a whole band, whole orchestra. And I have that, I teach that. If you could make it to Sacramento on Friday, tomorrow, 3:30 to 4:30, I teach one at the Sacramento Korean Multicultural Forum. But we're just here to serve, Sid and Raina from way back in ministry in Southern California and Compton and other places. And so we're just here to just bless you guys. And my daughter, Carmen's going to sing a few songs. And hopefully it's a blessing. Hopefully you guys will have a Merry Christmas. The last song I'm going to play is we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So God bless you guys. Have a great Kettle kickoff, a great outstanding Christmas season. Ask God to touch your ordinary because when He does, He can turn it into extraordinary. Okay? God bless you.
All right, good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing this morning? Good. Hope you're all feeling blessed. I'm going to sing the national anthem for us, so if we could all stand, please. And before I sing, I'm just going to say a quick prayer. Father God, I just want to thank you and praise you for waking us up this morning, for giving us another day not promised, Lord. And I thank you for your sovereignty, Father God. I pray that as we go into this Christmas season, that we would just love on our fellow brother and sister, Father God, and exemplify the love that you have shown us to everyone that we come in contact with. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly gleaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Or for the land of the free and the home of the
Ruby and Randall are enjoying their new home.
Kitchen.
But it wasn't too long ago when Ruby and Randall were facing hard times. Years of substance abuse took a toll on their lives. Soon they would be facing unemployment and then homelessness.
In the beginning, it was really hard. We came from a lot of trials and tribulation. You know, her and I met in our addiction, which brought its own catastrophes of itself, you know.
So this is our old room, 108. This is the room that we used to be in.
Yeah, so where we came to, get a roof over our head from homelessness, and this is basically where it all began.
Looking for a fresh start and some hope, they came to the Booth Family Center right here in Grass Valley.
I'd say they gave us a foundation. They gave us a chance to move forward with our lives. Coming from homelessness, it's hard to move forward. There's not a lot of opportunities. It's hard to maintain a job and support your family when you don't have anywhere to stay. So at the Booth Center, they gave us the opportunity to put some roots down, to give us structure in what we were doing.
Randall and Ruby both had a willingness to them. They may have been down on their luck. They may have had given in to their addictions, which was a sad thing. But they were willing to step out of that. They were desirous to step out. And the best time the Salvation Army works is with just a little bit of willingness.
Their determination has led them to a life of sobriety and happiness. And now both Ruby and Randall are currently working for the place that gave them hope, the Salvation Army Grass Valley Corps.
I just appreciate the Salvation Army in every aspect. I mean, they help people all the time. I see how they touch families and lives. I see it with my own eyes. I've not only lived it, but I see it every day when I go work.
Ruby and I are stronger than ever in our relationship, stronger than ever in our relationship with God. You know, we're active parents. You know, we were just talking yesterday that we were happy that, you know, her and I didn't really have a family atmosphere growing up, you know, where we did a lot of things together as families. And, you know, so we're able to raise our kids together in a two-parent home where we go to school events, field trips, and it's great to be a part of our kids' life. Life right now, I would say, is to describe it as bliss.
So ladies and gentlemen, we all know why we're here today, don't we? Does everybody realize that darling looking red bell sitting on each of your tables, and the little ones are, oh, I can have one. Oh yeah, I got one extra. Everyone gets one. Oh, I thought it was just for me. Oh darn it. So these are way cute. We're going to start ringing that bell in just a couple minutes, but if you were sitting there wondering why there's a red metal kettle with a slot in it and a lock on it, you might want to start thinking about why you're actually here. Because the reality is, while Atria's breakfast was awesome, the Foothill Event Center is beautiful. Y'all know that isn't why you're here, right? Just checking. All right. So we have a wonderful story to share with you now, and I'm going to ask Sid if he'll come up, because I think our guests are a little gun shy of microphones and stages, and so he's going to do a little interview. And would Ray and Rena come up? Here they come. Woo!
All right, yes, Ray and Rena, come on up here. You can stand right here so you'll be out of you there. How are you guys doing? Good. Yes, these are two wonderful people, and you're going to find out why in a second. But I wanted to say, what was it that, how did you get to know the Salvation Army?
For me, it was basically a friend of mine had been going to Salvation Army, and she was going through a lot of problems in her life. And I seen the light come on in her. I started attending Salvation Army Church back in 2010 or 11, somewhere right there, and stayed for afterwards.
All right, how about you, Rena? How did you get to know the Salvation Army?
I started going when I was in treatment in rehab, and then I met him.
Okay, so you guys were in treatment. While you were in treatment, you also had addiction problems. What was that?
I'm actually, January will be 11 years clean off of methadone. December will be a year off of alcohol.
I was addicted to meth, and I have almost 5 years.
5 years. We do celebrate their birthdays whenever they have their sobriety birthday. We celebrate it over at the court. So something happened. I think a few years back, you actually needed a job, right? So what did you do?
Actually, I was just coming off a seasonal job. I needed some work to do. I'd been hanging out at the church quite a bit, and at that time, Don was the pastor there, and got me into bell ringing, basically. That's what I got.
Yeah. So Rena, was it the same year that you guys started ringing bells?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? 2011, 2012, 2013, 2012. So in 2012, they started ringing bells for us. Let me tell you something first before I get to. They were one of the biggest makers of money that season had ever seen. Both of you had done real well. I went back and looked at their numbers, and they were up in the $300-400 range all the time. And that's hard to get $300 to $400 in a kettle for an employee to do. Now, some of you in here who could volunteer and do that, volunteers always do a lot better than my employees. But they were a rare breed, because they would get it as employees. How'd you do it, Ray? What was it that you did to get people to give?
For me, it was prayer first thing in the morning. We rallied the troops with breakfast and things like that, kind of went over what happened the day before. One of the things that I did is I dressed very nicely, was courteous to people. I also have this crazy hat, which I didn't bring today. It's an elf hat that wiggles the lights up and things like that. I lit my stand up with some Christmas lights and things like that. I had a lot of people say, oh, I don't want the peppermint candy. Well, I'd saved my Halloween candy, so chocolate works great for a lot.
Awesome. And by the way, Rena, did that at all, since you guys kind of met while you were ringing bells, did that at all attract you to him? I wasn't sure.
He was in Nevada City and I was in Grass Valley.
Yes. And did you guys meet when you came together in the morning? Is that how you guys got to talk?
Yes.
Yeah. And so, when was it that you guys started dating?
Probably January, somewhere.
So right after the bell ringing season. You guys see what the Kettle does? It brings people into a loving relationship. Now, both of you in here, since you've been married, you now have 2 lovely kids. And the amazing thing is you brought them. Go ahead and let us know. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey guys. Caitlin and Aaliyah down there, 6 and 3. Aaliyah just turned 3 2 days ago. Caitlin turned 6 in September.
So you guys, these are Kettle kids. Kettle kids, right? You guys are born out of love that came from Kettle workers. And so this is what we do for the Salvation Army. These 2 have been such a strong couple in our church. Our church is full of broken people. Salvation Army brings in a lot of broken people, and it's so good when couples can come and just help to strengthen the others that are struggling with broken marriages and stuff like that, to see an example. They have been a prime example, and they came from a life of addiction into a life of sobriety, and then came to ring the bells for us. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much. You guys I honor you because you guys are good examples to everyone else who comes and rings bells for us, everyone else who's broken and has an opportunity to do something. So thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. And God bless you guys.
So you see there's now extra incentive to be a bell ringer.
Yes.
If you're looking for a relationship, it might be the perfect place. You never know.
Right.
So the Kettle started in 1892 in San Francisco when a Salvation Army officer needed funds to raise for a Christmas meal for the poor. And they set out a kettle ringing the bell, and this led to the kettle being the symbol of compassion for the Christmas season. And that compassion will extend over the next 5 weeks right here in Nevada County. We'll be raising funds that will go into the unique programs that Sarah discussed. And Sarah, I have heard you speak before, and your passion is so real.
Amen.
It is, it's a gift to hear you speak, and a big thank you from me personally for what you do. And so we're at the Kettle kickoff. You saw that all, didn't you? And so we want to fill up the kettles. Now, I was thinking when Sid said this, there was an unrealistic expectation. They're really big guys. I mean, and there's only 8 of you at each table. But I was thinking, we could throw some coins in there along with the stuff that doesn't make any noise. I'm just saying. So if you have the urge to want to do that, please feel free. Coins heavy. I mean, it really is. And you can get it out of your pocket. You can just start throwing it in the bucket and making a difference right here and now. And there's reasons to do that, and especially this year, because we know we have, if you look on the back of your program, there's a list of all the stores that are willing to allow the Salvation Army to come in and ring. It's Rayleigh's, SBD in Nevada City, SBD in Grass Valley, Kmart, Safeway in Brunswick, Safeway downtown, CVS Grass Valley, CVS Lake of the Pines, Rite Aid. Oh, I love that sound. Grocery Outlet, Holiday Market in Penn Valley, DMC True Value, Save Mart, and JC Penney. How about a round of applause for all those wonderful organizations that are supporting the members of our community? And I think that's so important to remember. This is our community that Salvation Army is serving. So that makes it really very, very special. Now the catch this year is that because of some federal rules from the post office, they cannot ring at the post offices this year. So I'm going to throw out a number instead. I think it's a number or a number. It is a huge, significant loss to this program. Is it $10,000? $10,000 is the potential loss from not being able to ring at the post office. So you're first to hear that message, and we're hoping that having heard that message, those bells will ring a little more now as I'm speaking. So if you now want to give up the coins and now go for some paper, feel free. I mean, just feel free to do that, because we really, $10,000 is a lot of money. And so there's many ways to participate. As Sid said, obviously, there are some paid people who are out there that do ring bells. But as he said, statistically, it is the faces that people know. You know, when you're standing in front of Kmart and your buds come by, how can they walk past you without putting something in that bell? So the reality is we're looking for volunteers. And on everybody's table, there is a sheet that looks like this. And I would say I'm a member of Grass Valley South Rotary, and while I would love to commit us, that would probably get me to be an unmember of Rotary of Grass Valley South without asking someone first. So I'm going to say, Sid, people may take the sheets. Is that okay?
Yes.
Take your sheets. If you want to take them back to a service organization and ask them if they'd like to come play. I know you have a master list somewhere so they can call the office and figure out what's available.
On the bottom, there's a phone number they can call if they want to volunteer.
Okay. That would be great. So that's a way that we can help out, because it is fun. I will tell you personally, one of the things I've done for years and years is right when I see the first bell, I go and get $41 bills. And then I just keep them in my wallet. Because you don't have a little tag that says, already gave. So I always feel guilty when I walk past a bell. So I have $41 bills and I just put them in each kettle, and I like the candy cane, but where'd my friend go with the chocolate? I want to know where you're stationed. I might give you $2. The reality is, these are our people who need us. And I'm a very lucky woman. I come from abundance. I live a very abundant life with a wonderful husband and gorgeous kids and grandkids who don't need Salvation Army. And so each of us in this room can make a difference. But you know what needs to be bigger than this room? Because think about it, how much each of us in this room would have to give just to make up to $10,000. So I'm thinking, folks, we need to go out and rally our buds, our family, our friends, and just share the message of this program today. It's pretty special. So I would remind you, silent auction is still open. And while we've talked about lots of ways that you can participate and give, there is one more way that's even easier. Am I right, Sid?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask Sid to explain this because it's a new program, and it's a program that makes it painless for you to ask. Because some people don't like asking, but this will make it easier.
All right. Thank you so much. Carol's been such a great MC. Before I talk about that, I just wanted to first of all give some accolades to a group that's helping us to take over and getting our bell ringers. See, what we would usually do is we'd hire some bell ringers, and then of course we'd get volunteers like hopefully some of you will be. But this year we're trying a staffing agency, and they have so generously took over, and not only that, gave us such a great rate because by being a sponsor too. And that's at Detco. Lisa and Michelle, thank you so much for for helping us out in that area, and it makes life so much easier for Raina and I and for our staff. So thank you again. Okay, on the back of your programs, you'll see right underneath where the stores are, you'll see some information. And down below, you'll see contact information there on the back of your program. On the very bottom, there's our Facebook page. You see that? Our Facebook page. If you were to put that in, copy paste it into your URL and go to our Facebook page, you will see our online kettle there. And what I want you to do is I want you to press on that link. I want you to go in. There's a few things you could do. First of all, you could give to the online kettle. That's an easy way to give. But you could also make your own online kettle. And what you could do is you could, on behalf of the Salvation Army here in Grass Valley, you could create your own online kettle and then send out that online kettle to just jet it out on all your friends, either on Facebook or in your emails. Just send it out to all the friends you think can give, have the possibility to give. You could go all over the world. In fact, last year I did an online kettle, and several people from Tennessee, friends from Tennessee, gave to my kettle to help Grass Valley. People from, I remember someone from all the way over in Australia gave me some money to help with the kettle. So you could do that. You could make your own online kettle, and it will be in your name, so it's you that raised the money for the Salvation Army. It makes it so easy. And so if you want to really help, you say, look, I can't give much, I can't give a big donation to the Salvation Army, but you can raise money for the Salvation Army. Very easy way. All you've got to do is just send out that online kettle to all sorts of people. Once you create it, it's very easy to create. It'll tell you, make your own kettle. You just press on it, make your own kettle, send it out. Oh boy, I tell you, you could really get us a lot of money. I'm hoping to raise $10,000 on our online kettle to help make up the difference for what we lost losing the post offices. So if it's possible, you guys could be a big help. The union would be a great help if they could get an online kettle. KNCO, if they could get an online kettle. All companies, if they could get an online kettle, that will help. I know M3 Mall has one already, so thank you for that. And so I just want to let you know, it's a real easy thing to do. Just go to our Facebook website, press on that kettle, and get it started, okay? It's simple. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Salvation Army of Nevada County, thank you for your generosity. Thank you for a love of our community. And go out and have an outrageous, blessed day. Thank you so much.
Not Buddha, not Muhammad, but Jesus. There's no